Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Water cooler talk sports. Pre-game playlist. Let's go. It's the pre-game playlist. Turn it up, don't miss this. Turn it up, yeah. Your morning, your sports, yeah, you tapped in. You tapped in, locked in. From the highlights to the headlines, yeah, we locked in. Top stories. Water cooler talk sports, yeah, we locked in. Early morning grind, yeah, we set the tone. From the field to the speakers, now you rocking with the show. Let's go, let's go. Rocking with the show. Your morning, your sports, your playlist, Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is a Monday morning and a new week, man. Pre-game playlist is back for a brand new week. And we about to get this thing rocking and rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, man. Shout out to everybody that'll watch us here live. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch us on the rewatch. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us. Jay Money is in the chat. What's up? He said, good morning from Fort Wayne, Indiana. But dang, we game banking already. At least let the season start before y'all hate. Before y'all start hate. What has the kid done to y'all already? We ain't even what we hating on. We just talking about what happened with Keelon Russell. Announced as the starting quarterback at the University of Alabama. That's it. Nobody's hating. We ain't even said nothing yet. But, man, we're going to get into it, though, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here, as always, on the pregame playlist on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. My name is Nick Frazier. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Man, this morning has been an eventful morning already for myself. A lot going on this morning. A programming note, we will not have Around the Cooler this week. Around the Cooler will not happen Monday and Wednesday this week. It's part something else that I have to do, and part break before the season kicks off. So we will not have Around the Cooler Monday and Wednesday night of this week. And I reiterate that more throughout the show. But it's something that I have to take care of, and it'll be part break for me. Joining me, man, is my guy. It is the one and only Tez. Tez, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty good.
There we go, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. Tez, I was telling the people that are listening or will listen later on, man, this has been an eventful morning already for your boy. It's already been an
wow,
man. And a lot of things happened between last night and this morning. And I was letting everybody know that Around the Cooler will not happen this week. We will not have Around the Cooler Monday and Wednesday night. Part of it is, part of it is break related. Just going to take part of it is the fact I need to take a break before the season starts. And part of it is there's some other stuff that I have to do on my end that takes a little bit more precedence at this time. So, yeah, I got to do that.
Good,
so,
man.
No Around the Cooler this week for on Water Cooler Talk Sports. But we will be here. We will be here every morning for the pregame playlist. So we will still be able to do the pregame playlist in the morning. Just won't be able to do Around the Cooler Wednesday and Monday and Wednesday night. So yeah, that's what it is. Shout out to that. Appreciate that, Jay Money. Yeah, man, we'll get that taken care of. Everything will be good to go. But yeah, that's what it is. Just want to let everybody know that. And as more people come in and people watching the show, I'll reiterate that throughout the show. Tez, how you feeling this morning, man? How you feeling, man? Feeling all right?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I don't have any complaints, man. Listen, I had a very productive weekend.
Yeah.
In a good way, just kind of took the weekend off, didn't do anything. So
yeah,
feel
man.
a little bit more refreshed, and hopefully I can have a productive day. Starting with the pregame playlist, man.
There it is. The pregame playlist. Get your morning started with us, man. Shout out to King Richard in chat. Good morning, fan. What's up, King Richard, man? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great, my guy. Appreciate you so much for rocking with us, man. Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to King Richard. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, this morning, what are we talking about today on the pregame playlist? Hour one, man. Keelon Russell named the starting quarterback at the University of Alabama, man. Thoughts on that? We'll talk about that. how does that affect other quarterbacks in the room? Because Alabama has a lot of quarterbacks that are either committed or in the room right now. So we'll see how we'll take a look at that and see how that affects the room itself. And then in the second hour, man, we're gonna talk about apparently, it's not the college to the NFL pipeline no more. It's the NFL to college pipeline. So we'll talk about players. We'll talk about players returning from the NFL back to college to play football, man. So, just not even football, but just sports in general. So we'll talk about that as well, man. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty interesting episode. I'm not sure. We may have some other people join us. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this is gonna be a great conversation, man. I think it should be. And we're gonna have a great time, man. We're giving you some great music. Some great talking with some great conversation, man. We want you to join in on the conversation with us as well. And let us know your thoughts as well. But I'm going to reiterate that this week we will not be having Around the Cooler this week. Around the Cooler that normally happens on Monday and Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central will not be happening this week. Kind of a last minute thing this week that I have to take care of. But we'll be good to go. And honestly, it might be a blessing in disguise because it'll give me a break, a little bit of a break on the nighttime this weekend. And then we'll be ready to go back full strength for week 1 of college football starting next week. So so we'll be getting this thing locked and loaded, man. But it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time this morning, but we will be here every single morning this week to give you the pregame playlist. We will be able to do that. Just schedule wise, we'll be able to do that. We're gonna slide into this first break right here, man. Good morning to everybody, man. It's 7 minutes after the hour.
Good morning.
We're gonna slide into this break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into the pregame post headlines you need to know across news, across sports, across culture, man. And we're gonna get this thing kicked off, man. It is, like I said, 7 minutes after the hour here on the pregame playlist, man, on your Monday, August 24th, man. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. Let's go.
Your mornings just changed. Turn up your speakers. The pregame playlist is on.
Didn't catch my eye the first time around till she turned and started walking now. Simple white tee, faded blue jeans. Didn't know she was hiding all that in them seams. She smiled, grabbed the keys off the bar. Didn't even know she raised the bar. When she turned, started walking away. Lord have mercy, everything changed. Oh. Hold up. Too good in my rear view. Can't stop watching when you walk away, girl. That's all I wanna see. Rear view, yeah. Girl, you turn a 6 into a 10 now. Now I can't even look away. Girl, you're killing. Trying to play it all cool, acting like they ain't breaking every rule. Conversation stopped, drinks froze too. Everybody looking at the same view. Girl, that walk ought to come with a sign. Danger, you'll lose your mind. I don't even know your name right now, but I know I'm looking every time. She's too bad, too bad. Girl, you look too stop watching when you walk away, girl. That's all I wanna see. Real you, you turn a 6 into a 10 now. Now I can't even look away. Girl, you're killing.
Every great game deserves a great snack. Fuel your passion with DOICH, a protein-packed dessert that's plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, and low in sugar. Eat it raw or bake it into fresh cookies. Either way, you're getting big flavor without the guilt. Head to DOICHFoods.com today and use the promo code WCTS to get 20% off your order. That's DOICHFoods.com. Promo code WCTS. DOICH. Snack smarter. Cheer louder.
Yeah. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, used to hear that landlord knocking every first. Lights cut off, mama still made it work. Hand me down dreams, pockets full of lint. Had big boy goals with $1 and some cents. Couldn't see tomorrow through the rain on the glass. Had to learn real quick, couldn't live in the past. Every scar wrote another page. Every loss put some fire on the stage. Now the wrist got frost, now the seats all leather. Whole squad eating, we done changed the weather. Every time I pull up, cameras flashing. Life too crazy, they think it's acting. Yeah, my life is a motion picture. Every night it's a motion picture. Big screens, no script, whole team don't miss. From the bottom to the richest vision. Look around, it's a motion picture.
Movie.
Motion picture.
Motion picture.
Yeah. Motion picture.
Motion picture.
Remember sleeping with anxiety, trying to make $1 out of nothing quietly. Had the same shoes every single school year. Still stood tall, never moved out fear. They ain't see the nights I almost broke. Had to smile outside while I die from hope. Built this climb one brick at a time. Now the whole skyline got my name in lights. Private flights, champagne spilling. Every room packed to the ceiling. Neck on freeze, engine purred. Everybody watch like the premiere. My life, it's a motion picture. Every night, it's a motion picture. Big screens, no script, whole team don't miss. From the bottom to the richest vision. Look around, it's a motion picture.
Movie.
Motion picture.
Motion picture.
Motion picture.
Motion picture.
Lights, camera, action, whole life, no practice. Every chapter, got bigger, whole life, a motion picture. Press play. On the pregame playlist. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Water cooler. Talk Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, good morning to you all, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing rock and rolling, man. The pregame polls, headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture. Let's go.
The pregame pulse. Headlines in culture and sports.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody with us this morning, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here. As always on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you all, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Let's get this thing going. Let's take a look at the MLB yesterday on Sunday, man. Had some games that happened Sunday night. The Brewers and the Braves played. The Braves get the win 4-2, man. The Phillies, they beat the Cardinals 6-4. The Rays get a win over the Orioles 3-1. Yankees, they get a win over the Blue Jays 8-3. Marlins get a win over the Nationals 6-2. Athletics get a win over the Astros 7-6. Royals, they get a big win over the Tigers 11-7. Mets, they lose to the White Sox 2-1. Angels, they beat the Rangers 5-3, man. The Guardians get a win over the Rockies 7-2. Giants, they lose to the Red Sox 4-5, man. Padres get a win over the Twins 8-1. The Dodgers shut out the Pirates 4-0. And the Diamondbacks, they get a win over the Reds 5-3. And the Cubbies, they beat the Mariners. They beat the brakes off the Mariners 19-2. The Mariners lose that game to the Cubbies, man. MLB is in full effect. We have that happening for us here, man. Coming to the end of this month, getting to the beginning of September, where we'll see playoff positions start happening in baseball. So we definitely will be tuned in a little bit more intently to that as well coming up, man. Looking at NFL preseason that happened over the weekend. Looking at Friday night, man, the Broncos and the Falcons, they played each other. Broncos get a win 27-7. Buccaneers get a win over the Jets 24-16. Commanders beat the Dolphins 20-7. Saturday, man, the Panthers, they lose to the Bills, man. God, 29-14, man. Jaguars, they beat the Saints 24-20. Rams get a win over the Chiefs 20-12. Ravens, they beat the Eagles 24-7. Cowboys get a win over the Seahawks 17-7. Giants, they lose to the Vikings 13-10. And the Browns lose to the Bears 34-10. Wait a minute. Hold up. My bad. It's wrong week. I'm sorry. It's wrong week. I'm looking at the wrong week. I'm like, what did I be like, what are you talking about, bro? Nah, you're right. Titans, they lose. Titans beat the Seahawks 19-6. Giants, they get a win over the Dolphins 26-3. The Browns still lose to the Bills 31-6. Even though it's the wrong week, where the Browns still lose to the Bills 31-7, man. The Ravens, they get a win over the Vikings 13-3. Lions, they beat the Commanders 17-13. Cowboys, they still get a win over the Cardinals 34-13, and the Buccaneers beat the Chiefs 16-15 this past weekend. So, hey, man, that's some of the action that happened this past weekend in the MLB and in the NFL. Did you get a chance to watch any of the games this weekend, Tess?
I watched the Cowboys game.
Yeah, with Cam Brown and
Joe
Milton. Yeah. So
man,
pretty
good.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm gonna say this. I keep saying this, bro. Even though these are the second string guys, all I'm saying is, I want to see the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Because
do they have eligibility there?
That's a good question, Tess. We're gonna talk about that in the second hour. That is a great question. If any of those players have eligibility left, I don't know. We'll see. But it is what it is, man. Fidel Testro has joined us. He said, "Comrades, Alabama has chosen Keelon Russell." But I ask you, what has he truly proven? A few flashes, a few touchdowns, and now they hand him the kingdom. This is not leadership. It is a gamble, Fidel Testro. And then apparently we have White 720 credit score, Tess. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Why they make you white, Tess?
I don't know, but that's I'm okay.
What is going on?
I'm just gonna say it. It's a really humble brag. My credit score is higher than that.
There you go, man. There it is, man. That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. Jay Money said, "Jesus, the young man is playing for the memory of his deceased twin sister. Damn, can you let the kid get one snap before you start hating? Jeez, we didn't even say anything. What did we say?
Say nothing, Jay Money.
That is Fidel Testro and 720 Tez in the chat talking. We have no idea who that is. What are you talking about? Jesus, that's what I'm saying. We ain't even saying nothing, man. Dr. Clintus Howard is in here. Shout out to Dr. Clintus Howard. What's up, my guy? I hope you feeling good. Bro, whoever this is amazing, bro. This is great, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is great, man. Fidel Testro is back, man. Keelon Russell carries more than a football. He carries his sister memory with every snap. Let him play with courage, love, and purpose. Alabama will believe. Unity. Y'all remember the Dave Chappelle skit when he hit him in the forehead and he put the word unity in the middle of Charlie Murphy's forehead. Y'all don't remember that? Yeah. He hit him. Unity. Like, what is going on? It's wild, man. That's funny. All right, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling, man. Let's keep going here with pregame playlist. Other topics you need to know, man. The Nuggets have signed 6-time All-Star DeMar DeRozan to a 1-year, $3.9 million deal. He chose Denver over the Heat, Wizards, and Pelicans. Enjoys Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray after Denver moved on from Peyton Watson. Moved Peyton Watson to Cleveland in a 14 trade. This will be DeMar DeRozan's 15. DeMar DeRozan has been in the league for 18 seasons. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. That's I did not know that. I did not know DeMar DeRozan was in the league that long. I was under the impression that he came into the league. You think of people that they have, you just don't think they've been in the league that long, but when you think about it, they have been in the league for a while. So that's wild.
Yeah.
Man. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan, man. In the NFL, man, the Browns, they lose defensive end Alex Wright for the season with a ruptured Achilles, which he suffered in Thursday's joint practice with Buffalo, man. And they signed veteran defensive end Derek Barnett to a 1-year deal worth up to $5.5 million to fill the gap opposite of Jared Verse. So seems as if everything's going wrong in Cleveland right now. That's what I'm just saying. Seems like the head coach is
injuries.
Injuries. The head coach is saying things publicly about the quarterback and stuff. Yeah, man. So this is interesting. We'll see exactly what happens, this upcoming season, man. Right. The Missouri Tigers will be without running back Ahmad Hardy for the September 3rd season opener versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. Hardy, last year's national runner-up rusher, is still working back from being shot in the leg in May and has no firm return timetable. Jamal Roberts will step in as the lead back. That is interesting. That is an interesting development, right?
It changes the math on Missouri.
A little bit. Now, here's the question about that. With what this is basically telling us, with Ahmad Hardy maybe potentially being sidelined more than we thought, how much more pressure does that put on Austin Simmons to go in here and win?
Oh, well, immense pressure. When you look at what Missouri does, though, it's probably put a lot more pressure on Jamal Roberts. They do hand the ball off a ton. But I think it was a lot of pressure on Austin Simmons anyway, just simply because they were, what Bo Prabula did last year and the expectations of Austin Simmons. Good quarterback play would take Missouri, make them a much more significant, much better team offensively.
Yep.
So without the leading rusher in the SEC coming back, though, and the thing is, we don't know when he does come back, how, will he be full strength? Will he be 100%? Will he be the same guy from last year?
Yep.
We don't know any of that. So, yeah, that makes me look at Missouri a little bit differently on some of my predictions. But, yeah, we'll see.
Jay Money said they run the zone blocking scheme. They'll be fine. I mean, I hear it. But here's the thing, though. Kirby Moore is not the offensive coordinator there anymore. Chip Lindsey is there. So it's gonna be a different type. It's gonna be a different style offense, especially with Austin Simmons there. Chip Lindsey want to add that thing out. He want to spread that ball around. So
he does.
We'll see exactly what that looks like. Not saying that even with Ahmad Hardy there that they would not have featured him in the run, because they definitely would have. He's too valuable not to give the ball to. But Chip Lindsey kind of wants to push that ball down the field some, which is what Missouri could not do consistently last year. At that with their quarterback. And so now, Austin Simmons is there. It's gonna be interesting to see how that works. To wrap up hour one of the pregame post, man, Texas has dismissed linebacker Ty Anthony Smith for conduct detrimental to the team. Sarkisian confirmed the move Sunday without detailing the reason. Smith had 60 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions last season, and was in the mix for a starting job opposite transfers Rasheen Biles and Justin Cryer. You all were privy to a little bit of insider information about that situation, man. Does this concern you about Texas, or does this just kind of like solidify your thoughts on what Texas potentially will look like this season anyway?
Yeah, I didn't really change my thoughts on Texas, man. I'm still in wait and see mode. A lot of talent, but haven't really put it on the field for real. So I'm still, looking to see that. It is concerning though that some of the things that you hear coming out of Texas right now. And these is not related to any of the popular star players. So we're not talking about them, but just like some of the things that you hear about going on in the locker room. And listen, what's his name? Rasheed Biles from Baylor, that linebacker.
Yep.
That dude was amazing, man. Like at the linebacker position, he consistently 100 tackle guy. I think he's all Big 12. So I think they'll be fine there, even with the dismissal. But man, it is. Sark has got to get a handle on that program, man. And listen, winning cures all of that. So if they come out and win games, nobody will care about any of this. But we'll see. Like, listen, this is. I'm sorry, I'm giving the same answer for every team, but that's just kind of
how it is.
Kind of how we have to play.
Yep.
Yeah, it's what it is. We'll see. We'll see. It would be a travesty, I would say, for that team not to be able to produce because of some off the field issues or locker room issues, especially with all the talent that they have. And I don't want it to be a situation where there is exterior circumstances that give players passes in Texas, if that makes sense. All right. So you got a lot of popular players down there. And if there's locker room tension or something outside of football, then those players will, oh, well, they didn't perform because they had this going on. They didn't perform because they had this going on. Like, no, I want to see this team in full strength so that I can be right on my prediction.
Yeah.
I don't want no excuses for him.
I heard that. Well, I thought that was gonna be the end of. I thought that was gonna wrap up hour one. But we just got some breaking news here, man. Out of Tennessee, Faison Brandon has been named. Will be Faison. Excuse me. Let me say it correctly. Faison Brandon is the first true freshman quarterback to start Week 1 for Tennessee since 2004. So he has been named the Week 1 starter for Tennessee this upcoming season. So hey, we'll see exactly how that looks, man. So Tennessee has QB1 going forward for Week 1, man. So we'll see exactly what it looks like. Very talented guy, 5-star guy out of Greensboro, North Carolina, who has the opportunity to potentially come in and do some great things. So we'll see exactly what it is. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, man, he does not look like a true freshman.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No,
physically, he does not look like a true freshman. He does not.
Not at all. Well, he plays like one that's left to be seen. But in that hypo system, man, like I don't know if it matters as what your classification is. Like he's taking quarterbacks that have never run this system before, for 3,500 yards. So.
Shout out to Big Sarge
with only a spring. To get him ready. So I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Sarge, man. We appreciate that, man. Shout out to P-Pass is in the chat. What's up, P-Pass? Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us, man, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the pregame post for hour number 1 here on the pregame playlist, man. We're going to slide out right here into a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into this conversation about Keelon Russell, who's named starting quarterback at Alabama. What does this look like, man? This is we just got the news that Faison Brandon will be the true freshman starter at Tennessee, and now Keelon Russell, I believe, is the redshirt freshman, will be a starter. So we have a lot of brand new blood in this conference that will be starting. So we'll get into that conversation when we get back here after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 28 minutes after the hour here on the pregame playlist. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing rock and roll. Let's get this thing turned up, man. We're gonna come right back right after this, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what time it is. Good morning to you. This is the pregame playlist. Shout out to y'all. Good morning.
The coolest morning show is in your ear. It's the pregame playlist.
We outside. Let's go. Going on D&D, I ain't tryna hear excuses no more. You switched up on me, now you're posing like you're clueless. Had me in the house, then losing my mind. Now the crew outside and they're saying it's my time. So I Threw that black tee on with the chain hanging. Drip, drip, fresh, fake, clean, in the city still banging. Windows down while we riding through the east side. Heartbreak hit hard, but tonight I'ma be alright. Couple shots in, now I'm loosening up. DJ play my song, got the whole spot jumping. Oh yeah, I was down bad for a minute, no lie. Now shawty looking at me from the other side. Tonight I'm on my ish, back outside and I'm lit. Two-step hands up, whole club vibing to this. Girl keep pulling me close, pull me close. Whisper slow in my ear, real slow. Said she wanna roll, told her baby let's disappear. Tonight I'm on my ish, yeah. Tonight I'm on my. Now we in the corner and she dance like she mean it. Skin so smooth and her body got me leaning. Brown skin glow with the lip gloss popping. Every dude looking, but tonight she choosing. She said your ex must be crazy for real. I laugh back like, girl, you ain't even know the deal. One thing led to another real fast. Now we in the ride and she riding shotgun. City lights blur while the bass still knocking. Hands on her waist while she singing every line. So she usually this wild with somebody, but tonight got her feeling some type of way. Tonight I'm on my ish, back outside and I'm lit. Two-step hands up, whole club vibing this. Girl keep pulling me close, pull me close. Whisper slow in my ear, real slow. Said she wanna roll, so the baby let's disappear.
Every great game deserves a great snack. Fuel your passion with DOICH, the protein-packed dessert that's plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, and low in sugar. Eat it raw or bake it into fresh cookies. Either way, you're getting big flavor without the guilt. Head to DOICHFoods.com today and use the promo code WCTS to get 20% off your order. That's DOICHFoods.com. Promo code WCTS. DOICH. Snack smarter. Cheer louder.
Ooh, yeah. Caught in the middle, baby, and I know it. One of y'all got me thinking long term, talking about houses, rings, and forever. The other got me riding through the city, top down, late nights, good weather. And I ain't gonna lie, you both bring something different to my life. Everybody asking why I haven't chose, but they don't know what's going on inside. I know eventually somebody's gonna need an answer, but every time I get close, I pull away a little faster. Cause I'm stuck on both sides, pulled in two directions tonight. One's everything I need, one's everything I want in my life. I'm caught on both sides, trying to figure out what's wrong or right. Maybe one day I'll settle down, but tonight I'm living on both sides. Both sides. Yeah, I'm living on both sides. Girl, I'm caught on both sides. One of y'all call me every morning, checking on me, making sure I'm straight. The other pull up, looking so fine, turn a regular night into a holiday. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe I like having options. Maybe I know exactly what I'm doing, but don't wanna stop it. I know eventually somebody's gonna need an answer, but every time I get close, I pull away a little faster. Cause I'm stuck on both sides, pulled in two directions tonight. One's everything I need, one's everything I want in my life. I'm caught on both sides, trying to figure out what's wrong or right. Maybe one day I'll settle down, but tonight I'm living on both sides. Both sides. Yeah, I'm living on both sides. Both sides. Girl, I'm caught on both sides. Maybe I'm selfish, maybe that's true. Maybe I ain't met the version of me that's ready for somebody like you. One's everything I need, one's everything I want, and that's the reason I keep getting have it all. No, I can't keep this up forever, but right now I'm stuck on both sides, pulled in two directions tonight.
Get your morning started. Yeah, with the pregame playlist. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Let's go.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome back to the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. We appreciate y'all so much for joining us, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this conversation, man. Let's waste no time, man. Alabama has named their starting quarterback, Keelon Russell. And I find it very interesting. I find it very interesting that Keelon Russell was named starting quarterback. Just be honest with you. I thought that Austin Mack would have received the nod, gotten the nod from his coaching staff, and you know it's for the obvious reasons. He was with Kalen DeBoer at Washington, left Washington, came with Kalen DeBoer to the University of Alabama, and seemed as if he had the inside track. You know, you saw him have the opportunity to get into the game last year against Indiana in the playoff game, and you know played. You know had a drive in the game. You know. Looked pretty decent, you know, 6'6" quarterback. But they have decided to go with Keelon Russell as the guy at quarterback at the University of Alabama. Joining us right now in the chat, it is the one and only, your favorite insider, our favorite insider, everyone's favorite insider. It is Ant, the insider. Ant, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening?
How we doing?
Doing great, Ant. We're doing great, man. Tess, what's your thoughts on this? Your thoughts on this season? You've stated at one point in time that with the way that the decision for this quarterback battle at Alabama was going on so long, you said that either Austin Mack is better than what you thought, or Keelon Russell was not as good as advertised. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on this, man? They finally made the decision, basically. You know, a week before, 12 days, however you want to count it, 12, 11 days before the season starts, that Keelon Russell will be QB1 in Alabama. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I still feel the same way, man. And this is not just like, when I say that, I don't mean it just for this particular quarterback battle, but just in general, man, when you have a quarterback that is a favorite, and it's clearly a favorite, as Keelon Russell is. Because this kid, make no mistake about it, the moment he touched down on, well, I'm not even gonna say touchdown on campus, the moment he flipped his commitment from SMU to Alabama, he became the favorite quarterback in that room. Alabama fans and the brass at Alabama have been waiting for the day to see this kid take the field. And he's extremely talented. And whenever you have a kid like that, and you have another guy, Austin Mack, who has been with this system, like he came from Washington, right? So he knows, he should know this system inside and out as well. Whenever you have a quarterback battle that lasts long like that, long into the spring, I just feel like either the guy that is the favorite isn't as good as advertised, or either the guy that is looked at as the secondary option is a lot better than people think. Right? Okay. To me, it can only be one of those two things. In other words, what I'm saying is either both of them are really good, or both of them are really bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think if there was clear separation, I think, you know, the quarterback would have been named already. With that being said, man, hey, listen, I think Keelon Russell has the most upside in terms of just like playmaking ability. And it's something that they probably want to get on the field. But I also think he's probably the most dangerous option, right? I think he'll probably be more turnover prone than a Austin Mack will. He'll probably make more young mistakes than a Austin Mack will. But the upside of Keelon Russell, I think, is what more likely what they're looking at. I just caution people you know, when looking at this situation, look, we've been through a similar situation, and it's not that we had a Keelon Russell, right? As Auburn fans, we this feels like, when I say similar situation, this feels like Peyton Thorne being named the starting quarterback because he was pressing in practice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. This feels like there's no clear separation between the two of them, and you're just naming the one that you want to be starting quarterback, giving him that to affect his confidence, give him more reps in hopes that he will emerge as the other option, as the best option. Now, the thing about it is, when you think about this, if Austin Mack was named the starter, right, how long do you think that Keelon would wait? Right, because Austin Mack also has another year.
Interesting point.
And if Austin Mack plays well, it was named the starter and plays well, doesn't come off the field, next thing you know, the next season comes about, Austin Mack remains the starter. I don't know if Keelon would stick around. I don't think Austin Mack is going to stick around, right? But I think that's a risk they're willing to take. I think they can find another Austin Mack before they can find a talent with the potential of a Keelon Russell. So you could always, in this situation, you have a couple games at the beginning of the year that are kind of like you can go back and forth between quarterbacks, maybe, with the exceptions of that Kentucky game, because I think that's a landmine. But I look at this as one of those situations where, like, let me name this guy the quarterback because I can sit him down and play Austin Mack, and it won't be detrimental to that room. However, if I did it the other way around, if I put Austin Mack out there, then Keelon Russell takes the field and he's still not ready, and I have to take him back off the field and go back to Austin Mack, he probably would never play in the Alabama uniform again. So I think it's just how you're playing the game mentally and keeping both of these guys morale up, and also at the same time you're putting the option that has the most potential, the most exciting player, the player that everybody's been waiting to see. You go ahead, name him the starter. Hopefully that, for them that boosts his confidence and makes him, whatever player they want him to be. But you always still have an option that knows the system that you can go to. And listen, Austin Mack has been sitting this long, right? Since Washington. So like I'm sure he wants to play, but who would it affect worse to be the second string quarterback in this situation? Yeah, ask yourself that. Like, who would take it? Like, who would that affect? Whose morale would that affect the worst?
So are you saying so are you saying based on the hype around Keelon Russell and like the expectation that Keelon Russell has, that it would be better that he was because you mentioned it felt like he was named the starter because it felt like the whole pressing situation that Auburn had with
I'm not saying that happened. I don't.
No. Yeah. I'm not. You're liking it like the principle. Like you liking it to like what happened there. So basically, you saying because of the hype around the player and what the expectation of what everybody else has said about him, he was named the starter. So I asked this question. Shout out, ladies and gentlemen, the legend himself, Bubba from Bubba. Old man joins us. What's up, Bubba? How you feeling, man?
Man, feeling great.
So you're saying that because of that outside noise and that outside pressure, Keelon Russell was named. What I'm not saying you're saying this, but it seems as if you're alluding to because of the expectation and the outside noise from what Keelon Russell has been hyped up and built up to be, that he had to be named the starting quarterback because everybody around the University of Alabama was like, we want to see this kid play, and because of the excitement, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, he has to this is a hand-picked quarterback for Kalen DeBoer. This kid has to play.
But so
Like, if
was
I'm a
but so
coach-
was Austin Mack. Austin Mack was a handpicked quarterback for Kalen DeBoer as well.
but he's not Keelon.
Okay,
He's not
all
a
right.
5-star plus prospect. Like,
Okay,
he has to play. And if you name Austin Mack the starter and Austin Mack is great, the chances of Keelon Russell getting on the field are slim to none, right?
okay. So let me ask
The
you.
situation
So let me
where
ask
the guy
you.
hit the eject button at the end of the year.
So let me ask you this question. So to that point, and I want Ant and Bubba to chime in on this as well. How does that affect the other quarterbacks in this room? Because you have an Elijah Haven, that's a 5-star guy that's in this room that seems to have the same type of hype around him as well. I think he's he's like one of the top 5 players in the country in his class.
Yeah.
So how does that affect him as well? You know, in this whole situation, if that is what's potentially happening, you know, because you
That's a
like,
great point.
You know, like Austin, we saying Austin Mack is not Keelon Russell. There isn't the hype or the excitement around Austin Mack, even though he was a handpicked guy from DeBoer, followed DeBoer from Washington. So
Right.
Elijah Haven, I'm guessing, was a guy that the Alabama staff keyed in on as well. So how does that affect the rest of the guys in that room? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Thompson quarterback is committed to Alabama as well. And he is considered to be a very, very sought after quarterback too.
Good.
So what does this do?
That's a solid point. Yeah, for that reason, for what you're saying, it would benefit the quarterback room for Keelon Russell to be named the starter and play. One of the like when you start getting all these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks, as they do, quarterback room is stacked. Quarterback room is going to be stacked for years to come because they are recruiting their ass off at the quarterback position. I can't take nothing away from there. But when you have all these new pieces and all these new quarterbacks in your room and they're lined up back to back to back to back, if you want to be able to continue to do that, you have to prove that you're willing to play the young guy, right? Right. Playing Austin Mack sends a signal to that quarterback room that, hey, I don't know if they are willing to, these kids will be more willing to sit and wait their turn with Keelon Russell being the starter versus Austin Mack being the starter, if that makes sense. If you're a new quarterback and you're looking at going to Alabama and you see Keelon Russell there, he still hadn't taken the field. And it's like, well, what are my chances of getting on the field if I go there? But if you see a Keelon Russell on the field and then he plays and then the next guy plays and the next guy plays, then that, all of a sudden these young kids start looking like, if I go there, I'm highly rated, I'll get an opportunity. So that's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about that, but I don't know. Like I said, my answer is going to be the same for every team. We'll see. They got 2 games that are going to be interesting. The ECU game, they're going to have to score a ton of points, I think, to win that game. And then right after that, you got a Kentucky game, which I already predicted a loss. So we'll see, how that works out.
Definitely we'll see, man. Ant, your thoughts on this, man? Keelon Russell starting. Did they make the right choice between Keelon Russell and Austin Mack? I mean, you got shout out to FMS RTB. He said Mack did better against Indiana than Ty. In the playoff game, man. And Jay Money comes back and said that kid is highly motivated and he's playing for his sister spirit. He'll see y'all in November. Jay Money also said that so Russell can't be good because it's Bama. It has to be some BS hype, huh? Jesus. I'm just
talking quarterback, bro.
Yeah, I'm just Ant, your thoughts on that, man? In your opinion, is this the right choice? I mean, like, let's be completely honest about this. The Alabama quarterback position is always going to be it's going to be the position that a lot of people look at because of the success of what Alabama has been over the past 2 decades. So people want to know exactly what, like, fans of opposing fan bases want to know who's that guy going to be. And I mean, I think Ted's made some great points, with that, saying that, having to start Keelon Russell sends a signal to the rest of the room. Like, does Austin Mack just become a casualty of this whole situation because you had this guy that's in the room? Yeah, he potentially. I mean, I think Keelon Russell is a great player. I think he will be a great player, but because of the fact of he is a 5-star plus guy, he is There has been a lot of excitement and not a lot of noise around him. Does that mean that sends a signal to the room that we need this in order for us to potentially see some wins, and things of that nature? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, Austin Mack already got his plane ticket up out of there.
Dang, already?
Cause I wouldn't blame him. If I came with you from Washington, I've been with you since I've been a freshman. This may be my time to start, and you don't have enough faith in me to start me over Russell. Like, I would leave. Hindsight's 2020. Not saying Russell's not talented at all. Not saying Russell can't get the job done. I just feel like Austin Mack probably brings you the best chance of winning because he's been in that system longer. He probably knows the ins and outs. And Austin Mack looked better against Indiana. If you probably made that substitution sooner, you might would have had a closer game. But I'm just speaking my opinion. If it was me and I was Austin Mack, my plane ticket would have been booked by now.
Bubba, your thoughts on this, man? Is this Keelon Russell situation, like, was this just a foregone conclusion that Keelon Russell was going to be the starter because of who he was and just the noise around him? Like, I don't think anybody's saying he's not good. I think a lot of people saw him and said that he was good. I didn't even know he won the Elite 11. I didn't know that and that's when his stock started to rise. When I was like, oh snap, he won the Elite 11. I didn't know that. I didn't find that out until like the middle of this past offseason. And that's when his stock rose. I remember Keelon Russell being a 3-star guy that was committed to SMU when he first came out. But I didn't understand the trajectory of what he had until probably like March, April, sometime of this past season. Bump. Yeah. So I mean, in your opinion, Bubba, like, was this the move that Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb and those guys had to make, or could they have started Austin Mack and potentially, went with what? I don't know what they feel. I'm speculating here as to what could have been more familiar to them as well. Or I'll add another caveat to this. Is this a play for Alabama to be able to say, we're starting a guy who's very talented, but hasn't been in the system as long, and maybe because there may be some deficiencies on the offensive side of the ball, we have an opportunity to potentially, I don't want to say have an excuse, but have a reason as to why, if things don't go right, this is the reason why, but because he was the most talented guy and stuff of that nature. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll take that last point and flip it. I think that they're starting Keelon Russell because they have those issues on offense, and he can actually mask some of those with his explosive.
That's a good point.
Like, he is an explosive passer. He's a creator in the backfield. And his strengths fix some of those weaknesses and what could be their pass protection issues, them not really having a back that can pass protect, right? And him being the best vertical thrower. Okay. I think it eventually came down to you had two guys on opposite sides, and neither of them separated themselves, so they went with the more explosive
explosive player. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think there is definitely like a political element where your boosters are giving this guy this amount of money because they're paying Keelon more than they're paying Austin Mack. So they're giving him this amount of money. He has to get on the field sooner. I think it was really close, and maybe even Austin Mack was better in practice. But Keelon Russell just masks their issues better than Mack does.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same noise that comes out of Tennessee. Like, we just got the news roughly probably like 20 minutes ago, 20 maybe 30 minutes ago, that Tennessee has named Faison Brandon the starting quarterback. And the noise that you was hearing all offseason, even in the spring, was that George McIntyre and Brandon Faison were so close. Like, you couldn't really tell apart. And at that particular point in time, I had made a statement at that particular point in time, like, if it's that close, just go with the younger guy that has the higher ceiling and who's more explosive. So this could have been the reason why we see Keelon Russell as the starting quarterback at Alabama. For that particular reason. If it's that close, just go with the guy who's the more explosive, athletic potential guy that can come out here and possibly mask some of the issues that you have on the offensive side of the football, man. I ask you this question: Does Keelon Russell, with him, the point that you made, you flip my point, which was great, with him potentially masking the problems that Alabama has, because of course I think they lost AK Deer to injury for a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
And they don't have, as you stated, Bubba, a great pass blocking running back. Is what you stated. Does Keelon Russell, does he give them the edge in games at the on the offensive side of the ball, with them being able to potentially push the ball down the field and potentially use his legs? That added factor that he has, does he give Alabama an edge in a Kentucky game on the road? I know Tez mentioned ECU and how ECU potentially will score some points in this game in week 1. Like, does he give Alabama that edge in order to do that? Could this be more of what you saw from Jalen Milroe in Alabama's first year, with Kalen DeBoer in that offense as well? Could we see an offense that looks something sort of similar to that, in you all's opinion? Whoever wants to go first.
I'd say it's more like 2022 Bryce Young than Jalen Milroe, because he's not like a great runner. He's not like a design quarterback run style guy. He's more of like a pure creator. The way he's gonna mask the issues is like being able to evade blitzers, and if an edge rusher gets turned free or they just miss an assignment in the B gap, like he's able to just spin out of it and go create something outside the pocket. So I think it's more like that 2022 team that had those issues where they were struggling to run the football and they had all those major pass protection issues. Bryce Young being able to get them out of binds, that's more what you'll see from Keelon.
So in that vein, we look at him as a talent that has that ability to evade, but the experience that comes with it, like Bryce Young had 2 years in that offense to understand exactly what he is see on the field. Like, will he lack that in season 1 of starting? Like, could he come out here and you could potentially see Keelon Russell have explosive games to where he looks unstoppable, but then potentially have a game to where he could almost look like what just happened because of the experience factor? In your opinion, Tess, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is going to happen with him. And you know, he's been in this system, and we like, that's one thing that we gotta dial back a little bit, because just being in the system doesn't prepare you for live bullets, right? He'll be a freshman on the field in terms of having the keys to an offense. That's totally different than running, you know, with the ones in practice for 2 years, or running with the twos in practice for 2 years. That's two totally different things. I think the risk with Keelon Russell is just that he is a dynamic player, and most times when you have a player like that can create, and like Jay Money put in the thing in the chat, threaten the defense at all 3 levels. When you have explosiveness at the quarterback position, they often put the ball in harm's way because they feel like they can make every play. Right. And this, you know, this is not just talking about him. I've seen this be consistent through every single quarterback room, and when it comes to quarterbacks like that. So you'll get your, you know, your risk reward from Keelon Russell this year. I think you'll have games where he just looks amazing, and then you'll have games where he probably should have threw that one away, right? He probably should have threw that one away, lived to see another down, but you forced it into some coverages, and then threw some egregious picks, or maybe not securing the ball when he's running, just little things like that. But ultimately, man, I think, you know, this just kind of like Bubba said, this comes down to, hey, you're paying this guy more. There's a difference between Austin Mack, as talented as Austin Mack is. his name never rung bells the way that Keelon Russell did. Like, trust me. Like, and y'all know I'm not lying. The moment that this kid flipped to Alabama, he became a must-play option for them. I don't think there was a world where we would not have seen Keelon Russell be the starter at Alabama for any reason whatsoever. And that's just a dangerous game to play, in my opinion. Right? When you like, I want to think about this. Like Jalen Milroe, for example. Right? Jalen Milroe was great. Well, I would say good for Alabama, right? But the truth of the matter is they didn't know what to do with that kid. But there was no world where DeBoer could have came to Alabama and said, "Oh, we're gonna go with another option at quarterback." No world. Even though that was not the type of quarterback that he wanted. Jalen Milroe doesn't look like any other quarterback that DeBoer has coached. But there was no world where he could have went to Tuscaloosa and said, "You know what? This Milroe kid, he's not really the type of quarterback that we like. We're gonna go with another option." Right? That's how I feel about Keelon Russell. He's so high on the list with the brass and the fans that there's no world where he's not going to take the field as a starting quarterback for Alabama. And then where the eligibility sits, you almost have to start him this year. He has to be the starter this year, because if he doesn't, he hits the eject button. You know, in the line is razor thin. We're talking about if Keelon Russell doesn't play, Austin Mack plays, starts the season, they lose 4 games. They go 8-4. We're talking hot seat for the coach. So
Well,
it's like, man, I don't know, man. It has a degree of politics to it, as does every situation.
Yeah, every situation does. Yeah.
Like, so
Especially with money now.
Especially with the way NIL is included into it. I agree with that. Well, in the chat, man, let us know what you think, man. Keelon Russell starting for the University of Alabama, man. One of the most sought after positions in college football, man, and sought after on one of the most sought after teams for the past 2 decades, man.
We hate.
People want to know. Yeah, we not hate. You know, it is what it is. I
get all of my Alabama information from Alabama fans. So you take that for what you will.
So it is what it is. Let us know in the chat how y'all feel about it, man. What y'all think?
I got a bold prediction.
Go ahead, Ant, because I got to get out of this and get the second hour started.
I know. Look, if Keelon Russell doesn't do good against Kentucky, Austin Mack will start against Florida State.
Okay, that is a bold prediction. Okay, that is a bold prediction. That's interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think in the chat, man. When we come back, we're gonna start the second hour. We're gonna do test trivia in hour number 2 to start hour number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll keep this thing rocking and rolling. Y'all know what time it is here on the pregame playlist, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Hour number 2, it starts right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Water cooler talk sports. Pregame playlist. Let's go. It's the pregame playlist. Turn it up, don't miss this. Turn it up, yeah. Your morning, your sports, yeah, you tapped in. You tapped in, locked in. From the highlights to the headlines, yeah, we locked in. Top stories. Water cooler talk sports, yeah, we locked in. Early morning grind, yeah, we set the tone. From the field to the speakers, now you rocking with the show. Let's go, let's go. Woo. Rocking with the show. Your morning, your sports, your playlist, your playlist. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yes, welcome back to hour number 2 of the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Had a great first hour, great conversation in the first hour. And now we're going to do test trivia right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Normally we do it at the end of hour 1, but we had a great conversation there, so we're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling. Starting hour number 2 off with test trivia. Test, what you got for us today?
Hey man, listen, I'm trying to get into preseason game 1, ready for game 1, ready for week 1, and I feel like I need to start that by giving you guys a win, right? I got an easy, I got a layup for you.
Okay.
All right, so this is what we're gonna look at today. We're looking at the states per capita now
Per capita.
that have produced the most Power 4 talent.
Oh, this is good.
Right.
This is
Coming
good.
out of
I
high
can.
school. This is per capita, right? But I'm gonna make it a little bit tougher for you guys because I know that you guys are gonna run through the first 5 really, really easy. Right. So, with that being said, because I know you're gonna run through the first 5, I need 10. Give me 10.
Oh my God, Tez, come on,
I
man.
got 10 on.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is per
I got
capita,
it.
right? I would make you do them in order, but then that'd be too tough. But like this, you should know.
Let's not
should
one
know
off.
this.
Let's not one off Florida.
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas,
Florida. Yeah, Texas is there.
Georgia,
Florida, Texas,
Louisiana.
Georgia's there.
Louisiana.
Mhm.
California.
Mississippi.
California's not in the top 10 per capita. We're not talking about
Per
it's because the
capita.
state is large.
Oh.
Yeah, that means that the population doesn't matter.
I got
We're talking
Yeah,
about
that's just per capita
yeah.
per people that's in there. I'm gonna go Alabama.
Alabama is number 3.
Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi is the number 1 state per capita in producing Power 4 talent from high school.
Oh, that's wild. That's
How many
interesting.
is? How many?
Yeah,
Is,
it makes sense because Mississippi has a smaller population than Florida and Louisiana and Texas combined, so that makes sense.
This one is slept on. Hawaii.
That's the one I thought you guys were gonna miss, but luckily Bubba is here. Hawaii.
Hey, June Jones's impact out there is well known.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
quarterback.
Hawaii is number 6 on this list.
how
Okay.
many is it?
So 1,
Um,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys have named. You guys have named Alabama, right?
Mhm. Alabama. We
Yeah.
named Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Hawaii.
Texas, and Hawaii. Okay. Yeah. So you guys have 2 more to name.
2 more.
That would
Ohio.
make 2 more.
Yeah, I was gonna go Ohio.
Ohio, it did not make the cut. They are number 11.
Oh
Wow, okay.
Maryland.
Just for reference, Texas is number 10 on this.
Yeah.
But Maryland didn't make the cut. They are number 13.
I'm gonna go with an interesting one. I'm gonna go with one that's interesting. North Carolina.
North Carolina is number 9.
That's what I- yeah, North Carolina.
Come on,
So we
guys.
need
You
one
one more away. I know you can get that.
Tennessee.
Have we said Tennessee?
Tennessee. Yeah.
Tennessee is the last.
There it is. Yeah, there we go.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm talking about. We got
That
it.
is an
ladies and
interesting
gentlemen.
list, man. When I saw Mississippi at the top, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Taking
that's
per
a good one.
capita.
They got
You do it by
athletes.
population, of course, is really, really easy. But yeah, Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi, man.
Mississippi got a lot of big athletes. Got a lot of big guys over there. Mississippi. A lot of big Power 4 guys come out of Mississippi, and they got some. And they got some slept on 3 stars that's over there as well too. Shout out to Jarquez Hunter.
And Bubba pulling the Hawaii one out his hat. That was
good.
dope.
That was
I
great.
watched the
that
June
was the
Jones
ones
clinic
gonna trip you up.
yesterday, so
That was good. That was good. I like it. I like it. I like that. That was good. That was good. Mario Cannon in the chat. Shout out to that guy. He said, when people start naming starting quarterbacks, you know college football is back. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, man, we here. Ladies and gentlemen, programming note, we will not have Around the Cooler this week, Monday or Wednesday, man. Things come up in life and won't be able to do it this week. But we will be here every morning with the pregame playlist to get your morning started. Just won't be able to do Around the Cooler this week. So we'll be back for the beginning of week 1 of college football when it starts. So we'll be back then with Around the Cooler for that starting next Monday. So that's what we'll be doing, man. So appreciate y'all so much for that. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go ahead and let's get the pregame post for hour number 2 going, man. The headlines you need to know across news, across sports, across culture. Let's go.
The pregame pulse. Headlines in culture and sports.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for rocking with us, man. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here, man, on the pregame post, man. For hour number 2. Let's get to the WNBA, man. Over the weekend, the WNBA had some games that happened. Breaking news. The Browns have tabbed Watson, not Sanders, as QB1. Okay. That's breaking news there for a lot of people. If you wanted to know what was going on with the Cleveland Browns situation. Deshaun Watson will be QB1 for the Browns this upcoming season. So that is breaking news. Let's get to WNBA, man. On Friday, man, the Minnesota Lynx. On Friday, the Minnesota Lynx, they beat the Mystics 94-84. The Sky, they get a win over the Valkyries 73-70. The Toronto Tempo beat the Portland Fire 82-79 on Friday. On Saturday, the New York Liberty beat the Indiana Fever 109-102. The Sparks, they get a win over the Sun 77-68. And the Dream get a win over the Phoenix Mercury 99-89 on Saturday. And last night, the Dallas Wings, they beat the Storm 92-70. The Las Vegas Aces, they beat the Tempo 88-78. The Indiana Fever, they get a win over the Chicago Sky 113-90. And the Washington Mystics beat the Portland Fire 105-100 last night in the WNBA, man. Playoff is coming up, man. Playoffs for the WNBA and the MLB are coming up. So we will be looking at those games a lot more intently, man. Tune into the WNBA. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it because it is great football. The Huggy Beard is joining us in the chat. What's up, Huggy? How you feeling, my guy, man? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great, man. Shout out to you, man. Jay Money said, whatever you call it, we'll see you in November. And keep that same energy. Okay. All right, man. Okay. Shout out to President Nick Frazier in the chat. He said, my fellow Americans, tonight, I stand before you humbled, grateful, and ready to serve. This victory belongs not to one man, but to every citizen who believed our country could rise. To my family, friends, supporters, thank you for believing in me when the road was difficult. You gave me strength, and I promise to carry your faith with me each day, always. I will lead with courage, listen before I speak, and fight for every American, no matter where you live or who you are. Our differences will never be greater than our shared future. That is from President Nick Frazier. Shout out to President Nick Frazier in the chat, man. That was great. That's a great speech, man. Shout out
in the Oval Office with headphones on.
That's what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly. So he was listening to this. So he was just repeating what was told, what was being said to him. All right, I like it. Like that. Shout out to President Nick Frazier, man. Appreciate that so much, my guy. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Big Sarge, man. We're gonna talk. You know what? Big Sarge gave us a topic tomorrow. Let's talk about Durkin. He said the question is whether DJ Durkin-led defense can stop these first-year quarterbacks that they're going to face. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Let's look at that. Who has the advantage, DJ Durkin or the other or the teams that Auburn will face? We'll talk about that tomorrow, man. Shout out to Big Sarge for giving us that topic right there, man. I like it. Let's keep this thing rocking and rolling, man. Hour number 2 of the pregame post, man. We're gonna keep this thing moving right along, man. In hour number 2, man. Mark Stad, he is taking controlling interest stake in the Timberwolves and the Minnesota Lynx. He's buying the majority of Mark Lore's share in a deal valued at $4.5 billion. Alex Rodriguez is increasing his own equity stake and stays on as the governor of the Lynx current basketball leadership. There's a lot of movement happening in the NBA when it comes to the NBA business and teams being sold and bought. This is very, very interesting to see that this type of movement is happening in WNBA because it doesn't happen like this often. But hey, it is interesting. James Harden has agreed to a 3-year, $97 million deal to stay in Cleveland with a player option for the 2028-2029 and a trade kicker. The deal pushes his career earnings towards $500 million and comes right after the Cavs Peyton Watson trade cleared the cap space to get it done. James Harden, bro.
That should be the second. That should be the second segment, right? Though it's Harden worth it.
No, we don't need
$500 million. $500 million.
$500 million in career earnings. And and the thing about that is that's all guaranteed money. So this man has made $500 million in his lifetime. I take taxes and everything out of that. It's It's probably
That's
close
still
to like
250.
380. Yeah, it's probably like two.
Right.
It's probably close to like 320.
Well, yeah,
You
he
know?
spent most of his career in Texas. Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably close to
Yeah.
like 320 or something like that. So
Not to mention he
Yeah,
got
that's
the
wild.
restaurant down there too.
so
And,
Yo.
and all the brand deals.
yeah, I'm not mad at him, bro. I ain't mad at him.
Hey, he's getting paper now.
$500 million. Wow. Shout out to James Harden.
I
and
should have
his
learned how to
agent.
travel better, man.
That's a good one, man. In other news, my second favorite. Well, I'm not even gonna say my second favorite team. My 1A and 1B teams in the NBA, man. The Miami Heat land Klay Thompson on a 2-year, $13 million deal, player option in year 2 after clearing waivers with the Magic with the Mavericks buyout. He joins Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo in Miami, passing on a run back to Golden State. That's the only thing I'm mad about. He didn't go back to Golden State with Steph to go get another one, but he went to my other team in the NBA, Miami Heat. I live with it. I live with it. I was looking at a what's the name where they said that Pat Riley just rebuilt the 2010 to 2014 Heat with
Who's the?
they put it
third
side
of the
by
big
side.
three?
What's the name? No, it's not a big three. They was looking at it like generational players. So they had like LeBron and Giannis as generational players. They had Bam Adebayo and Bam Adebayo and Chris Bosh as two-way bigs. They had Wade and what's my guy? Anthony Wiggins as athletic guards. Then they had like Mario Chalmers and who they picked up in Tim Hardaway as like play setting guards. Like it's the way that they put it side by side. I looked at it and I said, I see what you're trying to do, but I don't think it's the
Sounds
exact
disrespectful.
That's disgusting.
It is that's exactly what I said.
32-year-old Andrew Wiggins to prime Wade.
That's what I said. I said, I see what
I don't
you're
know if I
trying to
agree
do.
with any of those comparisons.
No,
That's what I said.
none.
I was like, I see what you're trying to do, but I don't think I did. I don't think I agree with what you said there, bro. I see what you're trying to say, but I was like, nah, no, let's not do this.
This
Let's
is like
not do this.
fifth seed in the
I do
East.
think Clay in Miami is a great pickup, though.
No, yeah, I think it is. He gives him some shooting there as well. I think Clay in Miami is gonna have fun too. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So you know what's going on. Big Sarge, me and you are on the same brain wave with that, man. Is either money laundering going on, or these owners of professional sports teams need liquidity now that their credit card payments. That's it's one of the. I'm with you on that. Because that's exact. It's something going on in the NBA, in sports where these teams. This has never happened for real. Where you just see these amount of like owners like divesting so much of their equity stake in teams. Like, man, it's crazy.
They've never been this valuable.
Jesus Christ, man. So I don't know. It's wild to me. It is wild to me. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what's happening right there in the not the WNBA, but in the NBA. Let's keep this thing popping, keep it moving. In the NFL, man, Raiders running back Ashton Jeanty exited Sunday's practice with an apparent right knee injury after diving for a pass and landing awkwardly. He couldn't put weight on his leg, helped off by trainers. No severity update yet. So we'll see exactly what it is. Have we gotten an update on it, Bubba?
Yeah, it just came in like 3 minutes ago. It's like a high ankle sprain, I think.
Oh, okay, good. So that high ankle sprain, that's better than what they were trying to tell us. So you know,
that's still an injury that lingers too, though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take time for that high ankle sprain to get right. Yeah, it's gonna take time. But they got Mike Washington Jr. They got Mike Washington Jr.
Yeah,
back
because like the rumor was an ACL yesterday.
Because that's what they're saying is like a knee injury. They're saying it was a right knee injury. So we'll see. But now we're saying that it's just a high ankle sprain. That's good. It's good news. So that's better than the ACL. But Mike Washington Jr. should be able to take some of those snaps and he should be able to handle that load. So we'll see what happens. So it is
Could this be his breakout?
Who, Mike Washington?
Yeah, to where you might not hear from Gentry anymore in the Raiders jersey.
Whew. Bro, that's interesting. Or maybe they can just have a two-headed monster and then 3 years down the road have to trade one, or one just ends up signing somewhere else in free agency. So
Man,
who knows?
I think with what Mendoza comes from as a quarterback, man, it would benefit to have that 2-headed month.
Yeah,
Play that brand of football.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they had at Indiana last year with Black and I can't remember the other dude's name off the top of my head right now. Jesus Christ, what is his
Roman
name?
Hibby?
Yes. Yeah, couldn't remember his name. Yeah, those two running backs that they had. So that's a good point to as with Fernando Mendoza. Shout out to I got Wade in the chat. What's up, Wade? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. My guy Wade in here. What's up, Wade?
He's a field person.
Oh, he back.
Now.
He back in the field. He back in the field.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, no, Wade. He says you back in the field, Wade. That's what he said.
Join the crowd, Wade. Join the crowd.
Man. The Huggy Beard said, "Man, hit that like button. You heard me." Shout out to the Huggy Beard rocking with us, man. People says, "It's an interesting thought. Do college DCs review high school footage to check for tendencies early?" I think some of the great ones do. I think some of the ones that's obsessive with trying to understand it do. I really do.
There is a problem with some schools refusing to send all 22. So a lot of these coaches end up going in blind. Yeah.
You talking about high school guys? So, I get what you're saying.
They decide that they don't want all 22 for themselves, and so they just self-scout. Go on the same game plan.
Yep. You talking about you talking about DCs on a high school level, right?
Yeah.
Or you talking I thought you were talking about college DCs, because he said, do college DCs review high school footage to check for tendencies early?
Oh, I thought he was asking about high school.
Yeah.
Like in cases of like Faison and Brandon, do they
check like a starter?
With Durkin be looking at his high school.
Looking at his high school film and see what he does well. Yeah, I don't know if that would be I don't know unless you at a school that just has like a very like well disciplined, like structured program. I don't know if you can get too much information from a high school film except just like what the kid can do a little bit. Like how many high school offenses are running like spacing concepts or smash concepts or
not that many.
China concepts and things and stuff like that. Or
I don't know
running
what
the route
Oregon
tree for real.
DC could have gotten on like Bo Nix from what he was doing at Pinson. I don't know
that's
if
what
there's
I'm
much you
saying.
could learn.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
maybe the top schools in like Texas, California or something you could, but as far as other places, I doubt it, because you just have so much going on where that coach is gonna pick, his system for 10 years has been working. And who's to say he's gonna go to that college for that system?
Yep. I want to say this is Rudy the Boxer, because I think he just changed his name, because I saw him put 38-3 Who's Your Daddy under this name. I want to say this is Rudy the Boxer. He said you can find out everything you need to know when you get him on campus. So that is true there. 329 Jay said Watson. Yes, reported roughly about 15 minutes ago that Deshaun Watson is going to be the starter in Cleveland this upcoming season, which is interesting to me. And to round out, he said Ed was hating. I was at the crib every day. we know, Wade. We know. Oh man, that's so funny, bro. That's funny, bro. Inside joke. It's an inside joke. For people that know, that's an inside joke. All right, and so let's wrap up. Let's wrap up hour 2 of the pregame post, man. This is Ted's team. The 49ers have activated George Kittle off the PUP list. People don't know what the PUP list is. It's the physically unable to perform list. He has now been activated from that list. And Christian McCaffrey returned to practice after missing time with tightness. So, maybe you're getting your guys back. Maybe y'all can make a run this year. Ted's your thoughts.
Maybe I would love it. I would love it more if this news were coming like right before the playoffs, because there's still time for injury. Right? I'm so immune to 49ers being injured. It is just crazy, man. I hope the best for them this season. Healthy. Can we stay healthy for a change, please?
Yeah, man.
Do you think you win the NFC West?
If healthy?
Yeah.
The healthy Christian McCaffrey, healthy offensive line. Yeah.
You win the NFC West over the Rams?
Yes.
With Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald coming back? What?
Don't care nothing about it. Don't care nothing about it. Yes.
I hear you, man.
We're healthy.
Well,
we are
the healthy Christian McCaffrey is funny.
That is good, but that's a great one because isn't last season the first year that he played like all games in the NFL, like every game last season? Yeah, because he was hurt. Yeah. He would be hurt every other year going into the season. It'd be like he just be sitting on every time I would see him, he'll be on the sideline with a jacket on with something in his ear, listening to it to play. I'd be like, "Come on, Christian,
man, you're starting linebacker tore his Achilles coming onto the field."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yo. He's back now. Greenlaw's back in the 49er uniform. Fred Warner, hopefully he's 100% coming back. Man,
what was it? An ankle for Fred Warner last year?
Yeah,
did he break his ankle?
Was it?
Yeah, he broke his ankle last year. I knew it was an ankle, something like that. But,
you can't even keep your head coach healthy.
Dang!
Wow!
Dang!
All right, Bubba, that's enough.
Wow!
Right, I'm done. I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the pregame post for hour number 2 here on the pregame playlist, man. And y'all know what, man? Let's go ahead and let's get. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go straight into flag on the play because today's flag on the play is funny as I don't know what, bro. It is hilarious, bro. This is
I hope it's insane.
A funny flag on the play today, ladies and gentlemen. Today's flag on the play is going to a young man who was talking a lot of noise. And guess what? He got beat up by a midget, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happened.
It's a little person.
My bad. He's referred to as a dwarf, actually. That's what they call him. They call him a dwarf. So, but he got beat up. I'm gonna say midget because it's funnier to say midget.
But it's derogatory, nigga.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I'm gonna say a dwarf is actually tall, shorter than a midget. I think.
Yeah. So do we want to go dwarf? Or we want to go midget? Look, you know what?
Just say little person.
Just throwing the M word around this morning.
Let's just go.
Let's say
the hard.
That's what it is. Midget.
Wow.
Midget is what it is, man.
With a hard T.
Midget. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend, there was a young man, a small man, big problems. Normally on Flag on the Play, we talk about someone who broke into a Waffle House and got arrested or something dumber than a crime. Today, we're talking about a man who was 4'5" tall, and he just gave a grown adult rapper a nap on national television, TKO style. I need you to understand the physics of what happened here. Kodiak Red, Island boy, grown man, has a 1.5 feet on this guy. Steps into the ring with Jeremy Smith, aka the world's strongest dwarf, at Aiden Ross brand risk 15 in Miami this weekend. Round 1. Not round 3. Not in round 3, but in round 1.
Look at that.
He got tired. Jeremy Smith puts him on the canvas twice, and the ref waves it off. Now, look, I want to be clear about something. Jeremy Smith is not the flag on the play on this. Is not the flag. Is not the flag on this play. Jeremy Smith is out here built like a fire hydrant that goes to the gym, trains at West Barbie, which is basically a factory for strong human beings. And he has been running through brand risk cards like he's got a personal vendetta against tall people. Respect to Jeremy, genuinely. I really have respect for him. That man is undefeated against reach advantages that shouldn't exist. No, the flag is for Kodiak Red, who did the single most island boy thing imaginable. He got knocked out by a guy who could ride his shoulders like a theme park mascot, and then grab the microphone afterwards to explain himself. You know what he said? He said Jeremy Smith's head and face were too low. That's what he said. Brother, he's 4'5". His head's been too low since he was born. That's not a strategy he cooked up in the locker room. That's just where's his head permanently. You know, you knew that walking in. And this wasn't even Kodiak's first rodeo. Dude is now 0-4 in the ring. Lost to a streamer, lost to a 48-year-old man who is legally blind in one eye, The one time he didn't lose, he fought his own brother to a decision. And now he's at it, knocked out by a man who could have used a phone stand, who could have used a phone stand to the resume. God, I can't read my own thing. Who used a phone stand to the resume. Somewhere out there, Jeremy Smith is currently benching more than Kodiak Red's net worth, and he earned every bit of that highlight reel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your flag on the play. Run, Cherry. Where you at, my guy?
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business. He played it there.
Yo, he was literally giving him the business, man.
He was indeed giving him the business.
Yo, he got beat up by a bro. Jesus Christ, man. That is so funny, bro. Hilarious, bro. Dude got beat up by Jeremy Smith, who apparently is like one of the strongest dwarfs out there. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, bro. And he was doing all that talking, Ted. They say he was doing all that talking before the match.
Man, they talk all the time, man. Him and his brother, they always talking really, really tough. And he ran into the wrong one. Just happened to be a couple feet shorter than you. That was insane, bro. That was. Come on, man. Like, look, 2026 knew I needed this in my life. Man, come on.
Which one was funny? Which one was funnier, that one or the Ray J and Orlando Brown one? Which one is funnier?
Man, you know what? Both of them were hilarious, but I have 100% faith that what's the guy's name? The dwarf. I'm not gonna say
Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith would give Ray J problems. They would get into a boxing match.
Oh my God.
I'm taking Jeremy, man.
Give me Jeremy Smith, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is.
A 700-pound deadlift.
700-pound deadlift. Wow.
Serious?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's only got to get it like 12 inches.
He ain't got to get it that far off the ground. Yeah, he ain't got to get it that far off the ground. So, it is what it is, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is your flag on the play for Monday. What's the name? So, hey, that is it. So, we will take a break right here. When we come back, we're going to get into this conversation about instead of going from college to the NFL, we're going from the NFL back to college, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all, hey, we'll be right back right after these messages here on the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you.
Hey, you listening? If you're trying to eat like a champ today, you already know where you gotta go. Adelines by Chef Country. Smoked ribs, real flavor, no shortcuts. Yeah, they do it right. Tap in right now. Call them at 334-349-0226 or slide through at 2371 Highway 14, Otagoville, Alabama. Adelines, your official pregame meal.
G-phone riding through the city. Yeah. West Coast slide with me. Let the top back, feel the breeze. Yeah. Palm trees, goldies, riding slow through the streets. We don't rush, we just cruise to the beach. Slide with me, come ride. Everything clean, everything G. From the west to the south, yeah, we keep it OG. Real ones only when you roll with me. Pull up clean, candy paint dripping off the frame. Sun hitting different when you really in the game. No stress living, everything smooth. Got the city on my back, but I move how I move. Gold chain swing when I lean to the side. Shorty looking at me like she ready for the ride. I don't say much, let the vibes be loud. Whole section turn when I step through the crowd. Windows low, let the bass line knock. Every block we hit got the same vibe like. Ain't no rush, take time with it. If it ain't real life, I don't rhyme with it. Nah, real talk. Slide with me. Let the top back, feel the breeze. Yeah. Palm trees, goldies, riding slow through the streets, we don't rush, we just cruise to the beach. Slide with me, come ride. Everything clean, everything G. From the west to the south, yeah, we keep it OG. Real ones only when you roll with me. Yeah. Late night glow, neon lights in the rear. Engine humming low, yeah, the sound crystal clear. We ain't worried about nothing, just the moment we in. Let the record spin back, let the groove begin. Top down, hair blowing, feel the night air. Every move calculated, yeah, I move rare. OG gang, but I keep it fresh. Every step I take, gotta come correct. From the block to the stage, same energy, still the same dude, just a better me. If you riding with me, keep it solid, no switch. We don't fall, we don't break, we legit.
The biggest stories in sports deserve bigger conversations. Join us every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for Around the Cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Bold opinions, heated debates, and unfiltered sports talk. It all happens around the cooler, where we talk that score.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the pregame playlist right here on the Water Cooler Talk Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome back to the pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. We appreciate y'all so much for joining us here, man. Hour number 2, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. NFL back to college. This TRO that's been put in place, man, has a lot of guys looking to get back to college to play college football, man. most recently, you have Daquan Wright, who was at Ole Miss, who now has an agreement contract in place with his former head coach, Lane Kiffin, to go to LSU to play tight end. Jack Pyburn, who was at LSU last year, who was with the Buccaneers, is now on his way back to LSU potentially. You even look at some of the guys that some ex Ole Miss players, Xavier Harris, Wyatt Williams, are potentially on their way back to, well, not potentially, are back at at Ole Miss after being in the NFL. DQ Smith, Oregon State and Seahawks running back, Anthony Hankerson, SMU and Seahawks running back, TJ Harden. A lot of guys that have been on NFL professional rosters because of the injunction for the class of 2022 have become eligible to go back to college and get a 5th year. This all started with Charles Bediako last year in basketball. And I remember tweeting out that this was a slippery slope for college sports. And I think we are in the middle of this slope, slippering and sliding down, because you have guys who have played in games in the NFL now back on rosters. Now that I've got that out of the way, guess what? I do not care. Guess what? The only reason why I am mad, because if that is going to happen, then guess what? All other schools, Auburn, go get you one. Go get one. What they gonna say? They're not gonna do anything. Go get one.
Particularly at guard.
Yes.
Please.
Go find you a guy who didn't go to college.
If you can.
Go find you some guys who didn't go to college or went to college, didn't play, and still has years of eligibility left. And guess what? Give him a $100,000 NIL deal. Give him $200,000 NIL deal to come play. Do it. Everybody else doing it. Why do you have to sit here and play by the rules when nobody else is playing by the rules? Go get one. Y'all thoughts? Go ahead, Bubba. Go ahead, Tej. What's y'all thoughts?
Well, I'll start like this. There's a fix for this that's already in place. It's called the 5-for-5 rule.
Okay.
It's just that they didn't pass it before the draft. So like all of these players that are coming back probably wouldn't have went to the NFL in the first place had that rule passed before the draft. But it didn't. It passed after the draft. And now you're seeing those players that have that 5th year eligibility petitioning to come back. 5-for-5 rule is one that's not popular by the fans. A lot of people didn't like it. And it was getting rid of red shirts and all these things. And it's just like, you know, that was the NCAA trying to fix this thing. It was one of the only things that they've done that I actually agreed with. So, yeah, I look at this as a situation that is, you know, probably only going to last this year, because next year, if the 5-for-5 rule is in place, those players just won't be going to the NFL. So there's that. And then, like Nick said, man, sign some of these guys, man. Or else complain about getting beat by a team full of them. And you can't do anything about it, right? We saw that with Indiana. And the funny thing about Indiana is on the list of when it comes to average age about that team, like I just want to dispel that narrative real quick. When it comes to average age, they were like 25th. Right. Alabama was an older team than Indiana when they played in the playoff.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's a whole list. Like if you just look up average age of teams in 2025, Indiana was 25th. They weren't the oldest team. They just happened to have probably the oldest starters. One, they had a 28-year-old punter that kind of skewed the stats. But yeah, man, my advice to you guys is go find some of these guys and get them back on your roster, or else you just complain about it the entire year and try to do the things the right way. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but you're playing against a bunch of kids that's not doing the things right. Teams that's not doing it the right way. And you know, if you lose to those teams, you can't really complain about it. Look, these players are available for everybody. for everybody. So there's that. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things.
Jay Money says he disagrees with you. He said Alabama was not older than Indiana. That's what he said.
Okay.
We'll look it up. We definitely, you know what? We definitely gonna look it up and make sure. Because if we're wrong, we'll say we're wrong. But if we're right, we definitely gonna let you know we right too. You know, Bubba, your thoughts, man? How you feel about it?
Yeah, I just don't see a point in like getting upset about it. Because
go do it.
I mean, like y'all said, this won't be an issue moving forward. I don't think because of the 5-for-5 rule. If they would have just instituted this before the draft, like Xavier Harris wouldn't have went pro because he would have known. Odds are he's not going to get drafted because there was character issues, and then preparing for the NFL draft, he got injured. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The kid from Notre Dame that transferred to LSU, no shot he went to the draft. Right. So I just don't see a point in getting upset about it because it's not going to be like a long-term issue.
Well, you know, I'm looking at it. I have the list in front of me. J Mims, I have it in front of me, and this says the top 25 oldest Power 4 rosters by average age. That's what this is. It's the top 25
That's starters now. Roster.
Yeah, the top 25 oldest Power 4 rosters by average age. And this is for the 2025 season. That's what this is. And I will go through it right now. It has Iowa at 21.1, Missouri at 21.10, Colorado at 20.66, Oklahoma State at 20.65, Louisville at 20.59, Arkansas at 20.58, West Virginia at 20.56, LSU was at 20.53, Clemson was at 20.52, Florida was at 20.50, Kansas was at 20.40, SMU was at 20.46, Nebraska was at 20.43, Oregon was at 20.42, UCF was at 20.42, Penn State was at 20.4, Mississippi, which is Ole Miss, was at 20.39, Florida State was at 20.36, Miami was at 20.35, Wisconsin was at 20.33, Alabama was at 20.32, UCLA was at 20.32, Texas A&M 20.31, Notre Dame 20.30, Kentucky 20.30, Indiana 20.25. That is the list. That is the list by top 25 oldest Power 4 rosters by average age is where it is. Just so you can see, there it is right there. There's the list. There's the list.
Starters is a different story. Right. If they start a bunch of old people, yeah. But the average age of the teams, like, nah, they weren't the oldest team. A long shot.
Well, there it is. I mean, and
it's somebody else that looked it up.
Yep. Your thoughts on this? How you feel about these players coming back from the NFL? They coming back from the NFL to go to college. They want to play in college rather than the NFL. What's your thoughts on that?
It's atrocious.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you this question, because I want to get your thoughts on this. And I'm gonna go Ant. I'm gonna go Ant first, and I want to go Ant, Bubba, Tez. Should we take the word amateurism out of college football and just call it what it is, professional football? Because if we call college football professional football, and we take these teams and not associate them with colleges, this would rival the NFL potentially. Do you all agree or disagree?
I agree with that, especially with the NIL deals now. I mean, you can look at college football. If you say that means that college football will turn to the G League, basically, in a way.
Okay.
And with the rules setting, and if this rule actually stays in place, you might as well turn it to the G League. Because why would you send a player that's played the NFL down or a couple downs back to college? That's unfair. It's not right.
Is it really unfair? Is it really unfair?
It's unfair, Nick.
Is it really
That's
unfair?
like
Just because
okay.
they move from no. Listen, is it really unfair just because they move from one football league that's generating billions of dollars to the other football league that's generating billions of dollars, but one football league has the word amateurism that they want to continue that they want to use, and one is just no, we're professional football. So is it really unfair?
Nah, I don't think it is. It would be a different conversation if we were talking about guys that had been in NFL in NFL buildings for like 3 years returning to college.
Okay.
And they were 27, 28 years old, and that was the situation. But like Xavier Harris going through the offseason with the Saints isn't going to be a major impact on his ability when he returns to college.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that I don't know, putting it unfair, I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, but I see the point. It's the point of these guys signed NFL contracts.
Right.
And you view it as they shouldn't be able to return to college, which I think is a fair viewpoint. And as far as like the pro thing, I think the best way to put it is like semi-pro. Because still, none of these teams, you line them up against NFL teams, none of them are going to be able to compete. But it is definitely semi-pro football now. Mm-hmm. Viewing it at these as like college athletes and like amateur athletes, I think that's not true.
Tell your thoughts, man.
I don't care. I don't care, man. Like, if you take the amateur off of it, I think the sport would lose something. There's something about watching college football and being able to say that you're watching kids is kind of the appeal to it. And on top of that, if you take the amateur off of it, then now all of a sudden you can just it will invite a whole bunch of more things that if we don't like this, right? If this right here, players coming from the NFL back to college, if it's getting this much attention and uproar, imagine what happens if you take the amateur off of it and you get a defensive tackle that is not even enrolled in school, never went to college a day in his life. He just signs with a school. You know what I mean? You don't even have to be in college to play for a college team anymore, because that's what'll happen. How would people feel about that? So I don't know, man. I just think we need to find some type of rules and stick with them. Like I said, the only reason that this is happening is because the 5-for-5 didn't pass before the draft, right? If it had passed before the draft, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nobody would be suing or needing needing a temporary injunction to play college football because they would have just stayed in college. Mm-hmm. I just think this is one of those things that just the way it fell is just happening this year. It won't be an issue next year unless some other rule changes. It won't be an issue this year. And listen, when the NCAA does something, we gotta actually read these things, think about them, research them, instead of just writing them off as the NCAA doesn't have such and such and such and such, because that's what happened, right? Mm-hmm. 5-for-5 is a great idea. Mm-hmm. Great idea. And shout out to Ant, because when it first crossed, we had an episode and I was like, I don't know about this, but Ant pointed it out like, no, this is kind of the same how it should be. The more I researched it, it was a great idea. So like, man, we got to get out of this whole, I'm not saying that the NCAA is right by any means or just like the best organization by any means, but we have to get to the point where we're taking these things by case basis, bro. And because this is why it's outrage, because we just push the NCAA away because they just haven't, they've upset us, and they're the reason why this is happening now. But they are trying to fix it, man, and you gotta give them some grace for that.
Just to be clear about it, like none of these guys were going to make NFL rosters anyway. Like Daquan Wright, Jack Pyburn, these Xavier Harris had already been cut, so it's not like these guys were on track to be NFL roster players. These guys were like fringe practice squad guys. Next Tuesday, the majority of these dudes wouldn't have had a job.
Yeah, very true.
After cut down day.
Very
So
true.
it's not like they're going and they're getting like the starting running back from the Seahawks, right? These are fringe NFL roster guys with a year of eligibility.
Yep. Here's the thing. Here, to this comment right here, Big Sarge. That is not all the way true. That is not all the way true. They don't get free health care. They don't. I tell you why. How I know, because it happened to me. What they actually do is they actually ask for your health care plan. Like most of the time, if you're a college student, they ask for you because you're gonna be on your parents' health care plan. The first thing they ask for is your insurance card. Like when you going in there and processing, that's the first thing they ask. That's one of the first things they ask for is your insurance card. Now they have a supplemental plan that goes along with what your insurance doesn't cover. Now that part is true, but no, it's not free. No. It's not free. I know that for a fact. That is not free. So you know it is what it is. But yeah, man, that is that
you
is
know what, man?
Happens there. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just thinking about it, bro. Why is this a bad idea? Like, walk with me here. Why is this such a bad idea? Why is it a bad idea for college athletes to be able to go participate in preseason camps? And if they make the team, they go to the NFL, and if they don't, they come back to college.
I don't think it's a bad idea. That's my whole point.
Yeah, like no, I'm just wrapping my head around it. Like that would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. For one, like in baseball,
a lot of problems. If you are a junior and you are of NFL caliber player, or you're a junior or a sophomore, you're an NFL caliber player, and you can make an NFL roster, that would solve a lot of the logjam problems on roster where you got kids hitting the transfer portal, you got NIL issues. Like some of these kids need to go to the league.
I'll tell you this.
Some of these kids need an opportunity to go to the league.
I'm gonna tell you, I
make a team. You make a team. If you can't, like
I got football. 2 points. I got 2 points to make off of that. First off, Maurice Claret would be upset because he tried this. He tried this. He actually made the case that he was big enough. Season? Yeah, after his sophomore season, he tried to make the case that he was big enough, strong enough, mature enough. I remember that whole case that Maurice Claret legitimately would had a reason to say, yeah, man, I could go play in the NFL right now. And, you know, he looked at LeBron James. It was like, if LeBron James is big enough to go play. And what was Maurice Claret? It was 6 foot, 6'1", 225 pounds. 25. Like, and he's saying I can't play. Like, come on, man. I have to wait 3 years after my 18th birthday before I'm able, or 3 years removed from high school before I'm able to be eligible for the draft. And at one point in time, he did get, I think he had like a win in that case, but I think he got shot down. But that was more of that particular part was more of just the politics part of it, of trying to, that's a whole different conversation. I don't want to get into it. But in college baseball, there are things that happens, like players can be drafted out of high school and they have the ability to come back. They can defer that draft and go play college ball and then enter the draft again. They have that ability. So, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea for guys to go to the NFL, see if they can make a team. If they can't make a team, hey, go back and prove your worth. You know, see if you can raise an issue with no problem with it.
There is an issue with timing because a lot of these guys, some of them are going like Daquan Wright's going to play for Lane Kiffin. He already knows that system and everything. Mm-hmm. Some of these guys are going into brand new systems like a week before the season starts.
Thomas Castellanos.
Yeah, like so that's an issue where I think the best idea would be you can go participate in like OTAs. Like you can go sign an NFL deal, perform in OTAs, and then you have essentially the spring portal going into August when the school year starts.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making up ground in OTAs and all those off-season workouts like rookie camp and all that, if you're making ground and you feel like you're going to make the roster, you can go and take your chance in training camp, or you can come back to college in August and start the school year again.
Huh? Would you be opposed? Would you guys be opposed to NFL teams paying college players sort of like a red shirt system for the NFL.
The college football would have to go along with it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
but
to hold their rights.
You get, yeah. Well, like for example, let's take a player like a Jeremiah Smith. We know that it's been said that out of high school he probably could have made an NFL roster. I don't know how true that is, but he looked like
he does.
Let's say after his sophomore year, he goes and tries out for, let's use the Browns because the Browns are funny. He goes and tries out for the Browns, right? And he does not make the Browns roster, but they want to retain the rights to Jeremiah Smith. They send him back to Ohio State. Ohio State does not have to pay him NIL or rev share. He is being compensated by the Cleveland Browns.
But like Cleveland owns his rights. Cleveland still owns his rights. So basically,
the moment he graduates he goes to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying, So what you're saying is like the farm system in MLB. That's what it is. So basically,
would you guys be opposed to that?
I think that's a great idea. It's a great idea.
I think the rest of the NFL wouldn't go with it because they want the right to be able to draft them when they're draft eligible. So teams being able to buy guys, essentially like free agency.
Well, no,
I don't know.
I think they
but
would
if you have to
participate in the draft.
You're saying they can enter the draft?
Yeah. So Jeremiah Smith would enter the draft. That's how he would land at the Browns.
Yeah. So they would draft him.
He would get drafted. Yeah.
They'd retain his rights. Okay, so it's like a Euro stash thing from like the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I got you. Yeah.
Or the farm system in MLB. Like the MLB drafts, like say for instance, the Tampa Bay Rays draft you, but instead of going straight to the big leagues, you go and play AA ball. So the Rays owns your rights. They can trade you, they still pay you, but you are part of their AA team and you just play your way up. Instead, he'll get drafted by the Browns. He can go try out and see if he can make the 53-man roster. If not, just send him back to Ohio State. And he'll still get paid from the Browns organization. And that would probably free up more. You know what? That would probably free up more money for Ohio State to go out and get another player that could potentially help him. That's
exactly
wild. That's wild. That is interesting. That's an interesting situation. I mean, the dynamics of that would have to be like worked out. But goodness, that is something to actually think about as well. So we'll see what happens.
Still had a 5 for 5. So like, that we're not saying that older players will be able to do this. We're talking about, just have make the draft age, a little bit lower in high school, in college, and then, once you hit your 5 for 5, you got to go find something to do anyway.
Yeah, true. Right. Yeah, with you on that. Oh man, Big Sar says no, Tess. No, no, we're not doing that. No. Hey, no.
Big Sarge, you know how much stuff I said no to, and then it's happening right now.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about it, man. Give us your thoughts. What do you think could happen to where this could be a pleasant experience for athletes? Because as fans, we're gonna still watch the game. But for athletes, how does this make sense for athletes when they want to move on to the next level of their career in football? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of another pregame playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here as always, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. As stated earlier at the beginning of the show and here and in the middle of the show and right now, Around the Cooler will not be happening this week. There will not be an Around the Cooler show tonight or Wednesday night. We will be back next Monday night with Around the Cooler when we get ready for week 1 of college football, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell y'all, get ready. It's going to be dope. We're going to have it's going to be fun. But he said, UFL, here we come. That's what they said. UFL, here we come. It's going to be great, man. But we appreciate y'all so much, man. Shout out to everybody that joined us today on the show, man. I got Bubba, I got Ant, I got Tez, man. Bubba, what can they find you at, man?
Bubba and the Old Man, Auburn Sports Talk on YouTube and Twitter.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all go follow him on Twitter and make sure you go subscribe to him on YouTube. And where can they find you at? In the field?
In the field where it's real. I'm in Jersey right now. Y'all can all find me getting insider trade deals from practice.
Oh wow, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like,
on here on Water Cooler Talk, and DC has just rehired me, so I'm back.
Did you get a better deal this time?
A little bit. Wasn't much better. It ain't the Bubba deal, but you know, it's okay.
Hey, what that NIL looking like? What that NIL looking like? What that NIL looking like? We want to know.
Man, I can't share, man. Just know.
Because I'm trying to negotiate my deal.
Just know.
Just know. Say, man, company policy.
I gotta do a little more. I gotta do a little more work. Just a little more work, and I might be on your level.
My level, bro. I ain't getting nothing, bro. What you talking about? I ain't getting nothing. Right. What that man talking about? Tess, where can they find you at, my guy?
You can find me at SC Season on all platforms, and you can find me on scseason.com. If you have not signed up for a free account, man, go ahead and sign up for a free account. The season is getting close, so you want to make sure you get in before the season starts. That doesn't mean that after the season starts, it's not gonna be available to you. But I want you guys to go ahead and get in before the season starts, man. And just real quick, Big Sarge has got the wheels turning in my head, man. I'm contemplating bringing lunch breaks back. I think I'm gonna do that next week. And I think the first topic, man, we're gonna explore this idea of what we just talked about young kids getting paid by NFL teams. And see how we're gonna look at the numbers the way we do lunch break style and see what we can come up with, man, because I kind of like that idea. I think it'd be an interesting conversation. So be on the lookout for that sometime next week when we bring lunch breaks back. That should be interesting. Appreciate that, Big Sarge, man. I appreciate that.
It will be an interesting conversation. It will be. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all so much for joining us here on Pregame Playlist, Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel. Stated again, no Around the Cooler show tonight, no Around the Cooler show Wednesday night. We'll be back next Monday with Around the Cooler, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for joining us here as well, man. And as y'all know, before we get out of here, man, go ahead, Ant.
Man, it's week 0, baby.
Yeah, it's week 0 this week. So we got college football. Got college football this weekend. So it's gonna be lit, man. We got some. If you like football, you get a chance to sit down and watch it. No really big games, but it's gonna be some really good, potential, interesting games from some teams that you probably would not watch the rest of the season. So, that is there. So let's get ready, man. College football is here, and this should be a great season, man. Watching every team, and seeing exactly what teams will look like. All the prognosticating is about to go out the window, and we're about to see what teams actually do on the football field. So that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the fun part, man. All right. Y'all know what we do. Before we get out of here, man, I always like to leave with a quote of the day. And today's quote comes from a Roman emperor. It's considered one of the last good Roman emperors of the Pax Romanian era. And that's the era that was the last time of peace, calm, and stability in the Roman Empire before the fall of the Roman Empire happened, which took a lot of time, but he was the last emperor that actually led with wisdom and knowledge and not hubris, or a majority of hubris, or a vast amount of hubris. Is from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, he said these words. The words that Marcus Aurelius said. He said, and I quote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts."
You're now listening to the Pregame Playlist.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Pregame Playlist here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here this morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be talking some Auburn football tomorrow morning. DJ Durkin in the defense. We'll be talking some other things as well. So y'all get ready for that, man. We're going to have a great conversation tomorrow. We will see you then, man. You all have a great rest of your day. You all have a great rest of your morning. You all stay blessed. You all stay fresh. And most importantly, don't be stressed. We'll see you all tomorrow morning here on the Pregame Playlist. Y'all be easy, man. Have a great rest of the day. We out this thing. Peace.
This has been a presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.